Hello and welcome to the GonzoEwok channel. My name is Gonzo.
And I am Ewok.
And today we're going to be playing a little bit of Faster Than Light FTL by Subset Games.
Indeed, we recorded a little bit of this last week, just on a whim. We thought we'd make a good Let's Play. Unfortunately, we lost all our data for reasons we'll not go into again.
Yep.
But we lost everything, so we're going to have another go this week. However, we did realise something that we didn't realise beforehand, is that FTL's due a iPad release this very week.
Yep. Next few days, hopefully.
Next few days. I'll also be getting a additional expansion pack added onto it. So we're recording this before the expansion pack's gone live, just as a one-off. Who knows if people like it, if people comment and say they want more, or we get enough views on it, we might consider coming back to it after the expansion's released.
Yeah, I know I'll definitely be jumping back into it once the expansion hits anywhere to play, because it's been a good bit of time since I've played FTL, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we did play a little bit last week, as I said, before we lost the save file. I'll be honest, I did terrible. Some really, really poor performances.
We had two separate runs, and in both runs we ended up disabled with the oxygen knocked out, and effectively a complete stalemate where we could stay in the med bay and we could recharge our health, but unfortunately there was no way of getting across to the old oxygen units and getting the power back up.
I mean, I was under the impression in the olden days that if you stayed in the med bay, it would heal you faster than the oxygen deprivation would deplete it, but I'm not sure if it's been rebalanced or if I'm just remembering wrong. I've chosen the Kestrel design, which is the basic design, the one that you start with. I have unlocked a few different ships, but I'm just going to go with the standard one for our first run through here. I've named it the Nipple Party in celebration of our infamous ship from our other series, the Geordie Space Programme.
Yep.
And I'm going to start the game on normal difficulty.
Too fucking right.
So before I get going, let's assign some crew. Weapons and shields or weapons and engines?
I would do weapons and shields.
Weapons and shields.
Yeah. So
weapons, shields, and a pilot.
So Ewok's at the helm for this one as well. So we'll see how things go for the time being. Fingers crossed we get a slightly better run than we did last time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of sort of a brief kind of overview of the game, I'd expect most people that are watching the video know a little bit about FTL by now as well. It's been around for a couple of years, and it's well played. You know, it's a game that a lot of people enjoy.
Well, we can do the basics, certainly.
We should do just maybe, if you can sum it down like a 30-second soundbite, explain everything that people need to know about FTL. There's a challenge. Off you go.
I'm in control of my ship. You'll say I have 3 different crew members. I've got one in the helm, one at the shield, and one in the engine room. You need a guy at the helm, one at the weapons room. You need a guy at the helm so you can pilot your ship. Weapons, engines, and shields all grant you various bonuses, and the people will get better at their jobs as they do the job. So I've got to keep the crew alive. Down here in the bottom corner you can see I've got all these green bars. That's me assigning my ship's power to various things. So at the moment I've got everything powered up to full, with the exception of my medical room, which I don't need because none of my crew are injured. As we move through the game, I can collect scrap by defeating enemy ships, which I can use to buy new weapons, buy new ship components, or upgrade my ship. In upgrading my ship I can add extra power, so I can power extra things, and I can increase the efficiency of the shields, engines, oxygen, weapons, and everything else that I have installed on my ship.
Yep.
And that'll require, in turn, more energy to power, so I'll need to invest more in energy as we go forward. I believe that's around about the basics covered.
Yep.
I'm now going to start jumping around the map.
Yep, and we're being chased, obviously.
We're being chased by the rebel fleet, who are trying to get the sensitive information I've got, so as we go forward, various parts of the sector will become unsecure, so I do have to keep moving forward, but at the same time I also want to explore as much as possible to get as much scrap and upgrade my ships as much as I can.
And your cat's on the microphone again.
Encounter 1. Rebel ship moves in to engage. I attempt to open communications but realise the futility of the action when I said the ship is run by an AI. So I'm going to press 1, I'm going to initiate combat, which starts to power its FTL drive. If it gets away it will warn the fleet of my position. I can pause during combat, which will allow me to target things.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to fire my lasers. Lasers are stopped by shields. They've got 1 layer of shield. I believe I get 3 bursts with my laser. The first will defeat their shields. I'm going to try and knock the weapons down so that they can't fire on me using my laser, and I'm firing my missile at their engines to stop them getting away.
Cool. Now it's worth pointing out as well that in the the aborted playthrough that we had last week. We got killed on the first encounter, didn't we?
We did get killed on the first encounter, and the first encounter was against one of these automated drones.
That was some good hits though there.
It was some good hits. Engines down and the weapons are down, so I can just sit back and relax and enjoy firing my burst laser at it again, which will hopefully destroy it. There we go.
Nice.
Sweet as enough. Didn't bother firing the missiles there, because I do have limited missiles, although I just got an extra 2. 9 scrap, it's not great. But in fairness, it wasn't a difficult encounter. Two options really, because I'm going to have to start moving forward. I'm going to see what this distress signal's about.
Cool. So in terms of strategy, have you got any ideas of how you'd like this this run to go?
In terms of the strategy I like to adopt, I like to adopt a strategy where I've got a teleporter and I invade enemy ships and take out their crew. If you do it that way, take out their crew rather than destroy their ship, you get more scrap.
Yeah, of course, get to keep the ship.
Which gives you more room to upgrade. And it does leave your crew at risk. That's the risk you pay. However, all of it requires a bit of luck, because I'm going to need to have enough scrap at the time that I find a randomly generated shop that has a random chance of having a teleporter involved, and I'm going to have to randomly get enough crew members of enough hand-to-hand combat ability to be able to do it. So you do have to be adaptable. That's my favoured strategy. Whether or not it happens is entirely up to chance. Of course,
there's so much random chance in the game as well. I love the fact that there's no 2 run-throughs tend to be the same, even though you'll see recurring events kind of cropping up. You'll fight similar kinds of enemies and what have you. You know, the order in which they learn your reactions to them is going to vary greatly how the game is played. But anyway, let's get on to it. We've been staring at a blank screen here for ages.
Absolutely. I'm sure everyone's read it by now, so we don't need to read it all out. This ship's asking me to lead them to a destination because they've got a problem with their navigation. I've said yes. Oh, they've already given me some scrap as a down payment, added a quest marker to my map, and continue. How much scrap have I got? 27. Cost me 20 to get a power bar, 20 to get shields. I'm going to need sort of a lot more before I can boost my shields up the next level.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do. I want to get my shields up to 2 as early as possible. I'm heading over here. That's where I've got to go to get the quest. Boom, 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 boom. Ship being attacked by pirates, shall we help?
Yeah, of course.
There's no advantage to not helping, so let's go in. So this pirate looks like he's got 2 weapons, so again I'm going to fire the missile at the weapons because I want to knock the weapons out as soon as possible before it can do any damage to my ship. That's the missile, I believe, which is going to just power through, hit the ship.
Bit of damage, but it hasn't set any fires, hasn't caused any critical damage to any systems, so we're sitting alright there.
I've set to just auto-fire the lasers on the weapons room, hopefully keep the weapons out of action, hopefully hit it faster than they can repair themselves, and it should just be a case of sitting and waiting this one out, hopefully.
And that's actually something that I learned from my messing around last week. I didn't even realise that there was an auto-fire button there, but that's quite a handy little feature, really.
It is very useful. It means I can focus on, well, if other ship were going down, I could just leave my weapons focused on them while I worried about managing my crew, doing some repairs, something like that. In this case, it just seems to be a case of sitting back and waiting for them to be destroyed, which is a good thing. I
love seeing the doors open when you know that the crew are like running around like mad in there
frantically trying to repair their ship. Okay, his laser's back online, that's fine. My shield can absorb a one-shot laser. Just need to keep the weapons down before the missile comes back online. The missile's the only thing I'm worried about.
Cool. Okay then.
Well, this is an exciting and riveting battle, isn't it? To be fair, I don't like exciting and riveting battles because that means there's a chance that I might die. Okay, extra scrap, aid the civilian ship. Offers to install an ion bomb on my ship. What's the ion bomb do again? Requires a missile, does no damage, but deals 4 ion damage. I think that knocks the shields down, doesn't it? So one of those ion bombs will knock their shields down for quite a while.
Yeah.
Could be quite useful.
Cool. It's handy. We've got that in my back pocket there.
Indeed, and if I find I don't particularly want it, I can sell it later down the line.
Yeah, that's good.
Get scrap.
Have we got enough scrap yet, do you reckon, to pump up my shields? We've got 50 now.
I could get the shields up, but not enough power to fuel them.
Of course, yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
But we've got a rebel scout attacking a refueling outpost, so I imagine we're going to get some fuel if we successfully defend
Go for
this.
it.
Detecting the higher threat, the ship moves in to engage. That's got an ion cannon and a laser cannon. Again, I want to try and knock out the weapons because the combined 2 of them will be capable of punching through the shields. Oh, actually, it's got an ion cannon.
Oh, that wasn't good.
That wasn't good. That's okay.
to get those fires put out. See if we can get the shields back up. Oh, this is a bit precarious. Oh no! Oh, thank fuck for that. Can we get those fires put out? I'd get the pilot as well to come across and see if he can.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna
open the doors up.
Open the doors and suck all the air out of those affected areas of the ship. It's just taking my sensors down there, which is why everything's disappeared.
We'll just have to kind of hope that we know when the fires went out. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, take an educated guess. Or I could run out briefly just to see what's going on.
It's done. Oh, it's out. It's out. So
it's out. So I can close the doors.
Get some oxygen back up.
Yeah, the oxygen will start coming back in. Send them through to repair the sensors.
That's not too bad. Well, that was a bit of a close call, but it's a good way of showing how you've got to try and sort of like adapt what you're doing on the fly to meet the situation.
I mean, doing this during combat would be incredibly difficult. The fact that combat ended before I had to worry about getting the shields back online. I mean, that was a devastating hit, the fact that it took the shields out with hit 1.
And then the fire spread as well. Cool. Okay, then, so I think we're getting through that one alright.
Right,
so that's weapons officer.
That's my weapons guy. Get him back. That's my shields guy. Leave him there. And get the shields back online.
Yep.
We're going to have enough to upgrade now. I'm just going to check the jump screen. Just to make sure we're not next to a shop, you see, before I went in. So, an extra layer of shields. I can afford 1 power. What that does mean is if I drop the missiles off, I can go up to 2 shields.
Okay. So is that how you're going to roll, do you think, for maybe the next couple of encounters and see how we get on? Or?
Yeah, I mean, if we really need to get the extra firepower, I can drop the engines down to half power and load the missile up.
Yeah.
But unless I need them, I'll have the engines. The engines give you a slight chance to dodge, although I don't think it actually does, unless you've got somebody stationed in it, so it doesn't really make a difference. I know it does. It's an extra 5% chance to dodge when the engines are fully powered up.
It hardly seems worth it.
And continuing on in our mission.
Cool.
So Star Trekking across the
We're
movie.
flying through this and we're talking incredibly quickly.
We are. Another pirate. They can bribe or try and be here and attack the pirate. That's a pretty shitty bribe.
Yeah, come on, they've got more than that. And hopefully if we've rescued somebody...
Well, they've got a beam cannon.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not great against shields. I don't think they can get through the shields, so it's not a problem. However, if they did get through the shields, that beam cannon would do hellish damage.
Yeah.
And beam cannons, you drag them over multiple rooms, and for every room they hit, they do damage.
One of my favourites. I can remember the last time that I sat down at the controls and played this. I loved, even if you can get like a couple of beam cannons on the go as well, it's absolutely perfect. Just doing like cross hatches straight across their ship.
I mean,
the ribbons.
Even in the late game, you can one-shot a lot of ships with a good beam cannon. They're accepting a more generous bribe: 6 missiles, 1 drone part, 11 scrap. Reject.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. No time for pirate scum.
You enjoyed that last swig of coffee there as well?
No, it was cold. But we make do, don't we? I don't have my electronic cigarette. I'm going to have to go without.
Should I go and see if I can find it?
I have no idea where it might be, so I'll just live without at the moment.
Yeah, I can't see it kicking around anywhere.
I'll survive.
Alright.
And unlike these pirates who have been destroyed, 8 scrap. We should have took a damn bribe.
But 12 scrap off the other guys. Oh, no.
They're all dead, but we got 12 scrap from their ship.
There we go. Scrap's what we need. We can maybe get another power bar now.
Yes.
If you want to, and it means that we can have like the ion bomb or the Artemis ticking over.
I'll hold on to it for now. Oh, do you think we've got time to go there? Do you think if we go to this one, it'll let us jump to the quest from there?
Probably not, but it's very
I'm
close
going
to
for
it. Yeah, that's it. I think in the early stages you want to try and get as much as you can, really, don't you?
A Federation ship under attack from a rebel scout. Aid the Federation ship. Our brothers in arms. So what's he got? He's got a missile.
What an arsehole.
He's got a missile and a beam weapon. The beam weapon hopefully won't be able to get through the hull. The missile... Oh no, it's not a missile. What is that? It's just a laser weapon. We're all good then.
Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, shields is really handy, especially in these early stages. because you'll find that a lot of the ships you're going through are spec to punch through one layer of shields. So having 2 layers of shields in the early stages is definitely the way to go. By all means, doesn't mean you're completely safe. I think we demonstrated that last time the pair of us tried to have a go at this together. But it's probably the safest option to go with in the early stages.
One thing that I've noticed as well is that you seem to have cut your beard off.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Well, why did you do that then?
I don't know, I had a few White Russians on Sunday night and it just seemed like a good idea.
Oh well then. I mean,
I'm not entirely hairless. I went for the designer stubble.
The designer stubble. One thing that's worth pointing out is though that means that officially you're no longer a official YouTube gameplay Let's Player, because as everybody knows, YouTube Let's Players who are old enough to grow beards wear beards, like my fine self and my lustrous chin locks. And they also have cats, so you have got the cat thing going on.
I have got the cat thing going on.
You've got the cat thing going on. But, yeah, I mean, that's a bit of an interesting manoeuvre.
Anyway, we got a new crew member for rescuing the Federation ship. So this is Giles. He's an electronic sort of guy. I forget what you call them. Zoltrans, maybe?
Zoltans.
Something like that.
Are they quite good at repairing stuff?
They're not.
No?
Not these guys. They've got less health than normal, but whatever room you station them in automatically gets 1 bar of power.
Oh, that's
so if
cool.
I put him in the engine room automatically gets an extra bar of power.
Ah, I see.
Which leaves us with 1 power to power the missile.
It's pretty cool. Might as well use it then.
So that's handy. Less health than normal, but yeah, they are handy in that manner. So
I suppose that they would glow in the dark as well, so they probably double up quite effectively as like flashlights.
Ooh, and we can jump to the quest icon as well, which is swell.
Yeah, let's go and drop these guys off.
Yeah, I don't want to take any more risks. And we're ambushed. It was a trap.
Arseholes. Oh, I've got a drone.
They've got a drone, so they probably do have the facility to blow the shields up if they get lucky. Nevertheless, I'm going to try and take them on without.
It's alright, that drone, it's firing like it's drunk. Looks as though the drone's been drinking friggin' White Russians.
I only had 3.
Well,
in relatively small measures, or at least it felt like relatively small measures, and I felt quite drunk.
Usually after the first 1 or 2 though, that third one usually ends up being significantly stronger than the first couple of drinks.
Oh, it's trying to escape. I am going to use a missile to try and knock its engines out. Well, yeah, I got up in the morning and looked and discovered that I drank about half a litre of vodka in those 3 White Russians.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it is 5 parts of vodka, isn't it? That's 5 vodka, 2 coffee liqueur, and 3 fresh cream or milk.
Is it really 5 vodka for a White Russian?
I followed the recipe on Wikipedia.
Jesus.
I don't know, I just woke up in the middle of the week craving a White Russian. I must have been having some sort of drink.
So you woke up craving a drink? That's never a good thing.
No, well,
I think we need to stop the video here and have an intervention.
I'd like to point out that I woke up in the middle of the week craving a White Russian, and I waited until Sunday night before I actually had one.
Did you have the shakes by then? Was that a thing that was happening?
Ooh, a store. We've got to take the risk to go to the store where
Cool.
we've got scrap in the bank and potentially an ion bomb that we can sell.
Let's have a look then.
Drone control and a cloaking device. Well, firstly, let's fix everything up. Buy some fuel.
How much would they give us for the ion bomb, just out of interest?
32.
I
mean, I'm tempted to buy lots of fuel. I'm tempted to sell the ion bomb anyway.
Yeah. Hold out for something maybe a little bit better.
They got 57. We can't really get anything from them, but you get a spare crew, man. I mean, it could come in handy later on if I'm going to be using a teleport heavy strategy.
But I mean, we don't really need crew up front, though, do we? I mean, we've got all of our main systems are being manned now, so. And I mean, they're both human crew as well, so there's anything special to them. You want to hold out for like a mantis or something if you're thinking of a boarding party, or.
But a human crew member's versatile. I can use them as a repairman, so you can run around repairing things when we get hit, while everyone else can stay manning that station.
Alright, if you want to go for it. Cool, 5 crew.
I mean, it never hurts to have an extra crew, and so I'll station him sort of right here in the middle of the ship.
Yeah.
So he can run to where he's needed.
Sweet. Right, let's move on.
Let's jump here and hope we can get to the exit point from there. Oh no, I hate these missions. Right, I'm going to throw everything we've got at this. I'm going to get the missiles firing as well.
Yeah, I think we need to do it. That sun sitting in the background will every now and again flame. That could set fires. It could screw our shields up. It can do all sorts of horrible stuff. So we
at least that doesn't have a shield. So theoretically, we could kill this off pretty damn quickly.
We want to hope.
And thank God it missed us with those missiles.
Yeah.
So I'll hit it with the missile.
Solar flares coming.
I hate these bloody solar flares.
So
I'm ready to put the fires out. Go, 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 go.
At least it didn't hit any area in particular. It's okay.
I still have to wait for the engines to charge before I can get out, unfortunately.
It's alright. Doing okay. Engines charged. Get
I'm
jumping.
getting straight out of there. I don't care if I'm going to the next battle slightly on fire. There is no battle. A laser Mark II.
Nice.
Sweet. So that's 2 laser Mark IIs, the pair of them together.
That's,
I've got
beefy.
36 scrap, so let's see if we can afford extra power. We can.
Needed to put it in the weapons.
Oh yes, I've bought the extra power, but we need a little bit more scrap. How much do we need to boost the weapons? We're going to need 35 scrap, and then we can get both of them.
Yeah, having those 2 burst lasers on the goal.
That means we can theoretically get through up to 5 layers of shields and still do a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Should be pretty epic.
It's a way to do it.
At least I can pump that in the med room for now and keep the med room operative.
Cool. Let's jump to the next sector and hope we fall on some fat loot.
Now we've got a rebel controlled sector, which is going to mean it's a hostile sector. There's going to be lots of scrap, lots of battles. We've got an Engi controlled sector, and now I think that means there's a good chance of getting some decent shots with some decent technology.
We haven't really got the cash to spend on it though, but
there will be some encounters, and we'll still get some scrap up. I'm feeling that's the way to go. Otherwise, it's 2 straight hostile sectors.
yeah, I could put one a bit of a bad.
And this way, we get a mix and match. We do 1 straight, one safer, 1 hostile, 1 safer, 1 hostile.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Right, here we go. The Mantis has been threatening the core world. Should be able to stock up on the journey. He's healed. Take him back to his post.
Can you imagine you just hire a new member of crew and go and stand in that corridor? Well, when you hear we're shouting, come and look, but for the
Your
meantime,
job is to stand in
just
the
stand
corridor.
in that empty corridor.
Engi ship assistance required. I will move in to assist. Mantis ship assaulting. They've got a teleporter.
Bollocks.
Right, my strategy for this sort of affair is to run everyone that I can get to the medical room.
Right. Wanting to see if you can kill the crew off first. They're just going straight for the weapons though.
They are.
I see what you're doing.
So I want... No, I do not want the oxygen room to be flushed in case they knock the oxygen out and I have to run there to fix it. So I want the shields, engine, I want all of them devoid of oxygen so they cannot stay there.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Fingers crossed it works.
I want to immediately take out their weapon systems because they're often pretty mean. And let's go. So they should give in attacking the weapons as soon as it... Oh crap. No, they've done significant damage to the weapons. Or they've done some damage to the weapons. Let's pause. I want to get that restocked. I want to get him out of there. Get another combatant in there. This is not great.
It's some pretty fast-paced gameplay going on here.
Right, I want to get that repaired.
Cool. We've got the weapons down. Just keep fighting with them. Oh, we've got them. Got them.
I want everyone in there repairing the weapons. I've disabled that teleporter.
That was a bit of a close call. Shoot them with the old burst. Oh, have you got the burst going?
Weapons are back online. The burst's back online.
So we got through a fair few missiles there, but I think that was worth it just to kind of hold them down. I hate mantises.
Yeah, this is why teleporters are cool. Okay, there's no one in there.
We've got the scrap though. We can now get the burst laser powered up as well.
Sweet.
Cool. So who we got? Right, he's corridor guy.
He's corridor guy. I've got shields guy, engine room. Oh no, he's not. He's weapons. He's engine room. He's slightly wounded. So let's get him fixed up.
Cool. We're not in any immediate danger or threat. We're going to take a little bit of time to...
I hate being boarded. It's such a panic.
Yeah.
and upgrade
yeah, you nearly pressed the wrong one.
Upgrade the weapons.
Last week when we were doing our run through that, we managed to screw up. You did that twice, if I remember right.
I did, yeah.
You kept putting money into just general system power rather than powering up the weapons.
So I had loads of power and nowhere to actually put it into.
Yeah, and would stumbled on the first sector into like a Mark III burst laser. We had a really good weapon, and it took me nearly 2 systems to get the thing powered up, because every time we got the scrap, you spent it just on general power.
This fucking mission. Help, we're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. I'm leaving it.
Really?
Never once have I done that mission when you don't just randomly lose a crew member.
Oh, we had the crew members to lose, though?
Nah. The giant alien spiders, if anyone takes anything away from this Let's Play video, it's if you see giant alien spiders, just do what you would do in real life and turn the other way and piss the fuck off.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's really, really good life lessons to learn in general.
Sweet, 18 scrap for nothing.
Anybody watching this video, you ever see a giant spider in video games or in real life?
Just
run. Just run. Don't be a hero. Just get away from them.
Zoltan Research Facility. Oh, I've got a feeling if we participate in the study that something freaky might happen to the crew.
Do it.
Let's do it. Aha! The Zoltans are being held hostage. What we got? We got a slug interceptor with 2 piddly little lasers.
Let's try out those burst lasers.
Let's see how their piddly lasers... Oh, hang on. Intruders detected. They've knocked out... Jesus.
The old med bay. Pack of bastards. Get the outside doors open as well.
Oh yes, that's what I meant to do. So we're about to knock the shields out, which isn't going to be great.
It's alright, I mean, with those burst lasers gone, we'll be alright.
Yeah, I'll just fire them both at the weapons. You notice I repaired the med bay there? Just in time for them to come in, so the crew's being healed.
That was a pretty smooth move, I'm impressed.
Ooh, defence drone. I don't bother using drones much, but...
No.
So yeah, the crew's now being healed while they're in combat with those guys.
Gives them a bit of a better chance.
That was my first idea, just run them straight into the med bay, get the med bay up and running.
That was a very quick move. If I was playing, I probably wouldn't have reacted quick enough.
You see how quick those burst lasers took them down, though? I mean, that's pretty sweet going, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they are definitely keepers.
Cool.
Hang on, which one's Heng?
Corridor guy's getting quite good at biffing people by the looks of it.
Hang on, how come this guy... Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong guy. So back in the weapons room, back in the shields room. Corridor guy, you can go and help repair the shields room. Yeah, he's got a little bit of unarmed combat experience.
He's got nothing else to do, has he? He just hangs around in corridors until randoms show up.
The Trico, the shields guy, he's got some biff and power, as has the weapons guy. You'd expect the weapons guy to be good in the scrap.
You'd hope so.
Come on, get that shield repaired. And let's get that back in action. There we go. Quick repair job. Off to the shops.
We've got 53 scrap to spend.
Now I'll probably sell that drone, to be honest. They can shoot missiles down.
Yeah, I'm not particularly bothered by them.
Ooh, crew teleporter. So...
I'll give it 25.
And that way I can afford this teleporter. Oops, back to the
Pretty good gun. Now, this isn't a tactic that I usually use, so I'm interested to see how this works out. Might need a bit more crew in the need to do it. I'm not quite sure. Usually, I tend to like setting things on fire, taking out oxygen. I tend to be heavy on beam weapons, and shields. And I like to pump my scanners up because I like to see them all running around inside the ship when I'm burning it down from the inside.
See, scanners is more of a late game thing for me. What I like to do is I take the engine room down, then I park my crew in there. Take the weapons room down, then I teleport my crew over into the weapons room. So that they can't repair it without taking my crew down.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not ideal. I'd rather have another crew member before I start using this teleporter. But I wasn't going to turn down the chance to actually get the teleporter.
Well, I mean, that's
stage.
it. I mean, when's
so
the
to
chances
be honest,
you're going to get to
I'll
do it again?
I'll probably not use it. Ooh, do I go on the space station? Go on then.
We could get a crewman.
Nothing.
No. You've got to take the chance, though, especially in the early sectors. You've got to take a few chances to give yourself any chance of...
Absolutely. I mean, if you just ignored missions willy-nilly, then nothing's going to happen.
We don't really need it.
The fuel?
No.
Always good to buy fuel. Last thing you want to do in the game is end up running out of fuel and that be the end of it. That's just depressing. Intruder on deck. A young mantis has been teleported onto the deck, begs for sanctuary, offers to serve in exchange.
Oh well, that mantis is going to be handy for
that
the
mantis
teleporter.
is my teleporter crew. I'm going to side with the fugitive and fight the Engi ship. They're pretty well set up. We've got quite a lot going on there.
Yeah, but the
mantis over at the teleporter. I want to take out the weapons and probably take out that. No, that drone's not going to do anything. What's a defense drone? Shoots down missiles. Absolutely no use. So
they've got 2 layers of shields, so it might be worth popping up their shields just to keep chipping those down as well.
Yeah, not a bad plan. In fact, take auto fire off. I'll fire 1 at their shields. Oh, I accidentally turned that off there. It's not a great thing to do.
It's alright, well, we've hit the shields quite nicely there just with the old Mark II burst laser.
Well, the plan was to fire 1 at their shields and then fire the other slightly after. There we go. That way it'll go through when the shields are still down, hopefully.
Of course, the Engi are good at repairing stuff as well, so you can imagine they're going to be quite busy in there.
Right, I'm going to get these fellas over there.
Nice.
Drop them in the oxygen room. And then move them over.
Oh, they are fucked.
And they've got just Engis, and Engis are pretty weak.
And the room's on fire. So the weapons are down effectively. What's the next strategy then? You're just going to try and kill all the crew and then see what you can get from here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, doing alright. The humans taking a bit of a battering. Getting their weapons coming back up a bit. They are good at repairing shit, aren't they?
They are. They're probably...
Whoa, took the pot shot.
I'm not too worried. I don't think they can really do me much damage. I think this will be the last crew member, so I'll just take him out and then we're done. I can't fire at them because if I fire at them, there is a chance I'll destroy them.
Yeah. Cool. What about there's bound to be a pilot. Oh.
I would think if there was a pilot, they would have sent them out now. I'm slightly faster than the health's restoring. And there we go. 31 scrap. That's a good amount of scrap, isn't it?
Yeah. That worked out quite well.
So let's bring the boys home.
Like we didn't do in Kerbal.
Get them into the medical bay. Get them all healed up and all nicely done.
Nice. Well, that went very well. I'm impressed with that. As I said, I've only attempted doing that once or twice and never really got it to work for us, so I tend to shy away from the old teleporting.
I think there's a couple of later stage ships that I haven't unlocked where you can teleport 3 or maybe even 4 crew members, which
Sweet.
I'd love to have. I mean, hopefully these guys will rank up their hand-to-hand pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right, on that wonderful victory, I'm going to have to take a slight pause in matters. So if you'll bear with us, we'll be back after this short piss break.